just a quick disclaimer that this video and several of the future videos were recorded pre-move, and a video about the move might be coming up in the future. Okay, so it's been a little while since the last actual video in this series. I believe the last one I did, I was looking at I think it's the stand-in replacements for the intercessors, building a whole squad for them. I'm not really sure. It's been a little while since I recorded one of these videos for this series. But in today's video, I wanted to look at where am I going after the 750 point range? Am I going to go straight into the 1500 point range? Or should I just jump straight into the 3000 point range? Deciding all that will be another video, not this video. In this video, I'm looking at a unit that I would love to have in my army going into the larger point ranges, because in the lower point ranges, you just want to get as many units onto the field as possible, enough firepower to just overwhelm your enemy. The larger point range, getting firepower is easy. It's getting heavy firepower onto the field. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the stand-in replacement for Games Workshop's Dreadnought, and what I'm going to be using for my one-page rules Grimdark Future Prime Brother army. I believe it's called the Attack Walker. I'm going to be using Station Forge's Dreadstorm. Station Forge released a lot of parts for this kit. It's amazing. They released plasma blasters, flamethrowers, miniguns, grenade launchers, missile launchers, mounted machine guns, like a lot of parts for this kit. Even the claws, everything. They released a lot for this kit. But for my army, I decided I want to go something minimalistic. I want to go something basic. Instead of the two fists with the claws, like it stated in the default one-page rules, I decided to go with a Gatling gun on one hand, and on the other hand, I believe it's labeled as a twin blaster, twin bolter, whatever it's labeled as, with just a fist. I also decided to go with twin grenade launchers for the chest-mounted weapon. I decided not to go with any top-mounted weapons on this one. I want to keep the point cost around the 500 point range, because I want to be able to field this in both my 1500 point or my 3000 point army. You might also be noticing something else missing here. I don't have a base printed for this. I forgot to print a base. So we're going to get to building, and, you know, on the thumbnail you're probably going to see it with a base or something. But for now, we're going to get to building without the base. So, just like the regular Games Workshop Dreadnoughts, the posing is the hard part of these, in my opinion. Because we have this guy right here. I decided to give it hopefully a dynamic pose. Like it's ready to get moving. It's, preparing to shoot. It's looking forward. It's tall. That's all I can say about it right now is it's tall. Like we compare its height compared to a regular Marine, a regular trooper. It's about 2 troopers tall. My troopers are ready for me to put on the first layer of paint, but yeah, as we can see here, it's tall. I like how it looks. It's still a bit boxy in my opinion, just like the Games Workshop's Dreadnoughts. They are boxy, and we can compare that to a couple Dreadnoughts I've painted in the past. But these guys are boxy. It does have a little blaster on its fist. It's ready to shoot. It's ready to punch at the same time. Got a little gun. It's bracing the gun back here for recoil, because that's gonna be pushing a lot of recoil. And it's just ready to get moving. And there are other options for building this. There's a plasma rifle version. There's flamethrowers. There's a little missile pod for the back. A little machine gun for the back. I might build those later in the future. I don't know. But for now, I think this works. I like how it looks. I'm going to print it a nice base later so that it can have something to stand on. And so it can stand next to its fellow units on the field. Thank you all for watching. So I had fun building this. This was a really nice figure that Station Forge released at the time of recording this recently. And I received this through their tribes. If you want to also get cool figures like this, go support their tribes. And they release, I believe, 12 to 14 figures a month, plus a couple painting guides. So yeah, go check that out. I'll have the link down below for Station Forge's tribe. And I'm going to be using this in one-page rules Grimdark Future. I'll also be linking one-page rules as, documents down below so you can look at the rules for that. Besides that, if you want to support while I'm doing it so I can continue doing this and do this hopefully cost-effectively, I do have a Patreon, and y'all can take a look at that. Hopefully, at the time of this posting, I'm going to be posting more stuff to Patreon, more behind the scenes, more hopefully we can get to a point where I can be giving y'all a first look at videos before they go live on YouTube over on Patreon. I've got myself a little tack walker for my one-page rules Prime Brothers army. I can't wait to get this painted and on the tabletop.